that's just a matter of time before that fight happens again. Well, you know, TJ, in all's fair, he did get the win there. You know, finish the fight, so he can say whatever he wants, but that fight's coming. They both know it. Cody wants it now. TJ sounds like he wants it later.
Yeah, no, because he's hiding it. Yeah. Garbran's going to spank him, right?
I believe so. Absolutely.
Uriah, big fan, man. Been following your career since the WEC days. Just want to ask, in terms of before you retired, what active UFC fighter do you wish you'd fought? Connor, TJ, maybe someone else? Is there any regrets?
I have no regrets. Obviously, you know, I wouldn't have hung it up if I had any regrets, but any of those big fights. I did accept the fight. I talked about that before. They called me for that Nate Diaz fight with Conor McGregor. I was going to go up 2 weight classes, fight 155 in 2 weeks' notice. That didn't happen. The fight ended up happening with Nate, but you know, I'm always up for a good fight, one that pays money and sounds like fun. TJ would be fun. Conor would be fun. All fights are good fun.
Very nice. And I just want to say, fuck TJ Dillashaw.
Sorry about that. I've got a question for Uriah as well. Mate, I'm a big fan, but I'm also a fan of the little snake in the grass.
He lives with me, he's all right.
Well, my question was, would the whole "you were the master, I was but a learner, now I'm a master" story be something that would get you out of retirement?
You know, I entertain all offers. No one's made an offer to me on that front, but I'm not scared of a good fight, and I stay in shape. That's what I do for fun. I haven't been gearing towards trying to make a comeback by any way, shape, or form, but, you know, if there's an offer out there, I'll talk about that 100%.
Thanks. Well, good luck with all your business ventures, and hopefully one day you'll invite Dana White onto your $1 million yacht.
Exactly. Yeah. I think multi-million-dollar yacht would be the key, but yeah. $1 million.
First off, Jimmy Smith, welcome to Australia.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Jimmy!
It's been great.
Just a quick one for Uriah. So obviously TJ Dillashaw and Dominic Cruz are two guys you're very, very fond of. A rematch that's bound to happen sooner or later. Who do you think win that one?
It's a hard one. You know, it's all about matchup. The MMA math doesn't always add up. I'm curious how Cruz has been training. I know he was on a big, like, you know, had a chip on his shoulder because, you know, he was out for so long and had those injuries, and he was on a grind for years and years and years. And I'm not sure if he's still doing that grind. If he's been grinding, it's going to be a close fight. If not, I would give a close edge to TJ.
Awesome. Also, Daniel Kelly, you're the man, bro.
Before we get into our next one, before we get into our next question, I have a question because I'm new to Australia. Been here before, but for Kelly and Clark, my question, I'm sorry, Daniel Kelly. Did I get that? Yeah, I get it. For Daniel Kelly, 4-time Olympian, 2000 to 2012, the experience of that high-level competition. A lot of times I talk to fighters, especially wrestlers and judo guys, and they're like, I'll compete 200 times in a year. You know what I mean? Like the amount of competition you had to do. Succeeding at that level, how did that prepare you for fighting in the UFC?
It helped a lot. Obviously, every time you fight in the UFC, there's such a big crowd, lots of people around. You only really get that in judo at World Championships or Olympic Games, which is only once every 4 years. It's such a big build-up, but I mean, I fought first world titles I fought at was in Paris at the Bercy Centre. There's like 25,000 people in there, and it was real scary at 19. So all those experiences, yeah, held me in good stead for getting in and competing here. I still get really nervous. I retch before every fight, but once you get in there, it's great fun.
It's the details you don't always get to know. For Jessica Rose Clark, before your last fight against Paige Van Zandt, you had a break-in, you had all these things happen in your personal life. Was the fight and the training kind of an escape? Was it a way to like kind of focus and forget about everything else, or was it a distraction?
Training's always an escape for everything else. Like, I don't do anything but train. I for sure think if I wasn't fighting that week, I probably would have handled it a lot worse than what I did. So I was grateful that the fight was there, one, because I could afford to replace all my missing stuff, and two, just because it gave me something else to focus on.
Cool, next from the fans on left.
Hey, Uriah, welcome to Australia, man.
Thank you.
Would you come out of retirement to fight TJ?
TJ?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, you would, you would. You would, man.
You know
He
what?
just answered it for you, but you can keep going.
I fought that guy plenty of times. I would never be afraid of a good fight, and I'll entertain all offers. It's not my focus right now, but you know, I'm fighting all these young guys every day in the gym still, so it's what I do for fun. But yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't say no. Absolutely, that's for sure.
Up the fucking ocean.
Hey, how's it going? My question's for Dan. I'm just wondering, how do you find it transitioning from judo to MMA wrestling? Did you find that there was an overlap? Did you find that you had any trouble adapting, or like just how was that kind of adapting moving from that?
The biggest thing was learning how to punch, which, as you've seen, I still struggle with a little bit. I also wrestled at Commonwealth Games in 2002, so I kind of already had a template to cross over with the judo stuff. It's all about anchors and gripping and things like that. Big problem judo guys have, two big ones, is they give up their back easily, and when they get close with boxing, they come up like zombies. So they're the two big things I worked on, but yeah, because I wrestled and I've always been a fan of MMA, I've been training and mucking around with it for a while before I started. So yeah, no, cheers.
No, thank you.
All right, next.
Yeah, going. I've got a question for all of you. For starters, Urijah Faber, can you give a shout out to my friend Stephen Como?
What's his last name?
Como.
Stephen Como, what's up, Holmes?
Cheers. My question was for all of you. All titles, belts put aside, who's your dream fight? Who you'd want to fight? Dan Kelly.
Start with you, Dan.
Any one of the legends, you know, like Anderson Silva, Vitor Belfort, any of those guys who are similar vintage to me, that'd be really cool to fight.
Jessica.
Nicolas Cage.
I fight
TJ.
Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. I fought TJ in the gym quite a bit.
So you're probably sick of it by now.
No, that'd be a good one. I'd say Bruce Lee.
No worries. Thanks.
Thank you. Over to the right, my man.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Perth. Jimmy, you stole my question for Jess.
Bam. That's what new guys do, man.
Yeah, I'll ask my backup for Jess. How do you feel after Valentina's fight, and your thoughts on that, and how do you rank up against like the top of the division there?
I really want to fight Valentina. I want to fight her when she has the title because I feel like that's what I deserve, you know. Her fight was amazing. She's an incredible athlete. She's an amazing fighter. She's more experienced than any of us. But it's easy to look that dominant when you're fighting someone who maybe shouldn't be there yet, you know. I think I stack up well against anyone. I believe that I can beat anyone. So.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
First of all, Jimmy, welcome to the UFC. You're right next to Joe Rogan when it comes to the greatest commentators ever.
Thank you.
Being serious, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Dan Kelly, Dad's Army. How many more fights do you reckon you've got in the UFC, man?
Well,
or how much longer have you got?
I need to win the next one because the last couple didn't go so well, but I've got heaps of time left. I'm only 40. Another 2 or 3 years.
It's a new 20,
no
dude.
Nah, seriously, as long as the body holds up, which it is, and I still want to fight, which I do, keep carrying on. I'm a pretty stubborn old bastard, so I just want to keep carrying on.
And for Urijah, as a fan, do you want to see TJ versus DJ, taking Garbrandt out of the picture?
Absolutely. Those are two of the best fighters on the planet. You know, what DJ's been able to do is pretty awesome. TJ, I know when he was first at our camp, he was having trouble putting weight on. He was like 143, was trying to gain weight, so he's naturally kind of a smaller guy. I think it'd be a great matchup, and you know, Cruz has a win over DJ, and he did a lot of wrestling. I'm curious the matchup, so I'm interested as a mixed martial arts fan for sure. But I think the real fight is TJ and Cody.
Agreed.
G'day guys, firstly welcome to Perth. What's your tip for McGregor versus Mayweather?
My tip? My tip?
Yeah, in UFC.
Oh. My tip would be Floyd, don't do it. You're gonna get your ass kicked.
And also one more for Jimmy. Will UFC come back to Perth after this one?
Given this response, I almost guarantee it.
Excellent. Thank you.
But this is my first day, so take it for what you want. Next on left, my man.
Hey, I got a question for
I'm
Urijah.
fired? What do you mean I'm fired? Oh, dude, I'm kidding.
Got a question for Urijah, a longtime fan, man. Me and my brother's a longtime fan. So
Thank you.
I got a old school question for you. Back in 2006, maybe when you were still WEC champ, we would have given our left nut to see you fight Kid Yamamoto. I was actually gonna ask you, were you offered to fight Kid during that time? And were you ever interested in fighting in Japan?
You know what? First off, I was very aware of Kid Yamamoto, and I always wanted that fight. I'm always, looking for the toughest fights at the time. I was never offered the fight, but we were both kind of asking for it. There's definitely mutual respect there. A lot of people give me credit for the lighter weights and bringing them to the forefront, but I remember being real aware, of where I was and where he was. And he was like a major superstar before anyone knew my name. So I wanted that fight. By the time it came around to him being in the UFC, we were different weight classes, and it never happened. But yeah, it would have been a great one. And I'm glad you still have your nuts.
Next on the right.
This one's for Urijah. If the UFC branched out to you and offered you a shit ton of money to fight TJ, would you accept it?
It's a good question.
What's a shit ton in Australia, first off?
Yeah, that depends on the shit ton, but I mean, I will review and take a look at every single offer and would not be afraid of a good fight, absolutely.
And I want to know for Jesse and Dan, I just want to know if you have any future opponents lined up for you, and if so, who it is, and if you don't have, do you have an opponent that you would like to face that you feel like you've matched up well with?
I'm just waiting for a matchup. I don't care who. Just I need a date. I've been begging the matchmaker. I was talking to him after.
This is a good chance.
That was a horrible experience. Thanks, buddy.
It's a good chance for a call out. Is there an opponent that you'd like to feel like you'd match up well with?
There's 4 guys. I heard Hendricks is actually out of the UFC now. So there's a few guys. There's Taylor's latest. Her teammate Eric Spicely, and also a tall Swedish guy as well, Eric Magnus Sedemblad. I'm happy with any of those. I just need to be booked. That's all.
Okay, and same question for you.
I've got nothing booked. I'm trying to fight in the next couple of months. I really want Alexis Davis as my next fight. So that's what I'm asking for.
I like it.
Right here on the left.
You're right, a huge fan. Would you be kind enough to sign your book for me?
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
That's an easy
I'll
question.
send it afterwards.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Or you maybe can send it down to the security. I don't know.
You, my man, on left. Your question was so short.
Jimmy, congrats on the job.
Thank you so much.
Uriah.
I got a job, dude.
Uriah,
California,
have
that's
you
a
been
big
to
deal.
Bunnings yet? You got a snag.
What's that?
Have you been to Bunnings yet and got a snag?
Do you know what he asked you?
Do we have a translator?
I don't
Do you
think
speak
so.
Australian?
I didn't speak this one.
What's a snag?
A snag is a sausage. Yeah, like a sausage on a piece of bread with some ketchup or tomato sauce. is what he said.
Bigger than church.
I had
Bigger than church guy.
I had half of the sausage at the buffet.
Doesn't count,
That's not
mate.
the
Diet.
same.
Doesn't count.
Retired life. So what do you say again so I can say it to someone else?
Go to Bunnings and just get a snag on the weekend. What you
Bunnings.
got to do in Australia?
We gotta go to Bunnings to get a snag.
Bunnings and snags. That's what we're here for, people.
Thanks for the
Thank you so
suggestion.
much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Jess, where do you see yourself in 2 years?
With the goddamn belt.
Yeah, right. And last but not least, Dan, don't kill me, but what do you think of the nickname Dadbot?
Well, I can't do anything about it, so I don't mind. I don't reckon I'm in that bad a shape.
No, you're not, man.
At the moment, yeah, it probably fits pretty well, but I don't really mind. At least it's out there.
You are a
Suits you,
dad.
dude.
I am a dad, well and truly.
You're a dad and you have a body. So it fits.
All the best in the future, guys.
Thank you, man.
Good question.
Right here,
First of all, guys, welcome to Perth. Honoured to have you here. So it was awesome meeting Jess yesterday, and huge fan now, and all the best for the future. So question to Urijah Faber. Just a few days ago, I was listening to your interview when you went to Bali and had one of the craziest experiences there. Just if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, you can go YouTube it. But during the heat of the moment, like what was going through your mind? Did you think you would get out of it alive?
I had mixed feelings. For those who don't know, I was in like a a fight with one guy, then it turned to 3 guys, then it turned to 12 guys, and it was back to 3, and then back to 12. And I got out. That was in 2005. And there was moments where I thought I was not going to make it out alive. I wasn't near death by like almost dying, but like had I been in a different scenario, it was definitely scary. Yeah, don't get in a fist fight in a third world country. I kept waiting for the cops to show up. Never happened. But yeah,
cops. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a scary thing. If you guys want to check that out, it's pretty nuts. I had 6 sutures on my head, different cuts and whatnot, and then I had a fight like 4 weeks later, which was awesome. So. Yeah, it was a little scary.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Cheers.
On the right, man.
Hi guys, question for all of you three. What is your prediction for the biggest fight of the year, Tony versus Garbage, and why?
I reckon Tony Ferguson's got it, to be honest. I reckon he's too unorthodox. He's really good in scrambles, and I reckon he'll snap down City, do some front chokes.
Yeah, I'm going the same. I'm going Tony.
I'm gonna go with Habib. I just think for me, that last fight and just the way I've seen him fight, you know, the fight's all about the mentality, and I just feel like he feels like he's indestructible and he believes it, and a lot of times that's enough.
Look at McGregor.
That's right.
When is he coming back?
Who cares?
We don't know. None of us know that.
Hi, Uriah, how you doing?
Doing good.
You seem like a good guy. I follow you a lot. Obviously, I follow McGregor, but I like you a lot.
Thanks.
Honest opinion, do you reckon you would last with McGregor?
Last? What do you mean
Think you'd
last?
Last?
How long?
What do you think?
Of course I would last. That's what I told him. You know, we're friends, but I told him, obviously, I have the most submissions in the history of our sport, from WC, UFC, Strikeforce, etc. And all of his losses are submissions. Yeah, he tapped to a knee bar.
What do you make of what he's doing just now? What do you make it? Do you reckon he should just come back and fight the best, or?
He's a legend. He can do whatever he wants. That guy's killing the game. We love McGregor. He's bringing everybody up.
Thank you.
So, Jesse, if they offered for you to fight TJ, no, I'm joking.
I will entertain all offers.
So, alright, so I've got a limerick I just wrote, and then I'll ask the question after. This is, for everyone, but there once was a man named Mark Hunt who didn't mind those who smoked a blunt. But if they took drugs, he punched them in their mugs, then proceeded to call them a cunt.
That was beautiful. Put it on a shirt.
That is amazing.
So, what do you guys like? What do you reckon should happen to drug cheats?
I think ban, not just depending on performance enhancing. I don't think weed's performance enhancing by any means. It might be the opposite. But, you know, it should be a long ban where people feel it. I would say, you know, I think someone just got an 8-year ban or something, right? So, you know, let's do that.
I feel the same way. Obviously, like, taking supplements are different, but if you're taking performance-enhancing drugs, then I think, you know, first violation, maybe suspension, second violation, you're done.
Yeah, I agree. I'm from a.
It's clearly not on any.
I'm from an amateur sporting background with the Olympics and all that, and it's really harsh there. I don't really believe in the sex, drugs. Oh, you know, I had Viagra and that put me over. Or even taking supplements. To be honest, you're accountable for what you put in your body, and if you cheat, you should get banned. 2 years, 4 years, out. That's it.
I didn't take one supplement until I was 36 years old, and that was just some amino acids, and that was it. You don't need them.
What about TJ?
On the side?
G'day guys, firstly, you guys are all legends. Jimmy, welcome, you're a champion.
Thank you.
Quick question for your eye off topic. How the fuck did you get the smell out of your bathroom after that lady ruined it?
Yeah, I got more coverage on that story than I did my whole fight career. For those who don't know, I opened the door on a Saturday night and some thick chick rolled in all drunk and shit all over my bathroom and threw up. and locked herself
There's
in
more
there.
to that story, dude.
There's not.
She literally appeared in
That's it. I mean,
Never even heard
the
of it.
story was stupidity on my part by opening the door and like being like, "Excuse me, can I help you?" As she waddled through the house. But yeah, that was rough. And I cleaned it up because it was. I didn't get the police and everyone else.
That's what I mean. How'd you get the smell out? It would have fucking reeked.
I did. I cleaned it myself. Tender loving care. It was beautiful. Yeah. Brand new house too.
Awesome. Champion, guys.
I'd like to apologize on behalf of my mother. On to the other side, go ahead. I'm just being nice, man. That's why he let her in. Oh, Jimmy's mom. Okay, other side, go ahead.
My question's for all three fighters on stage. At what point did you realize MMA was a serious profession for you guys?
Day one.
When I got too old to be able to do judo on a high level.
It's his fallback career.
For me, you know, I was kind of dumb and naive. My first fight, I got $200 to show up and $200 to win, and I sold like $50 in commissions for tickets, so I made like $450. It was a minute and a half, and at the time that was a lot of money. I was substitute teaching at the time. I just graduated college and like bussing tables, so when I got that first big old check of $400, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do this.
Right here to the left, man.
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions. First one, I guess, for Jesse. Congratulations on your success in the UFC. I can see certainly you're going to be there for Australians and MMA for quite a while, so congratulations. But what's happening with the bantamweight division at the moment in the women's MMA? I mean, Amanda Nunes has been the champion, can't see any contenders. What's going to happen there?
I think she's fighting Raquel next, Raquel Pennington, and I see that as being a really good matchup for both of them. To be completely honest with you, I don't watch anyone but kind of my own fights and who I'm about to fight. Like, I'm really, really involved in what I'm doing. But yeah, like, I don't even know who's in the bantamweight division. The only girls I know really are Amanda and Raquel, and I feel like they've been due to fight for this title for a long time.
Yeah, and you're right, Dana White's contender series last year was fantastic. I love watching you and Snoop commentate, and, you know, nap time and all this other crap that you sort of come out with. I mean, he was obviously high commentating.
He's obviously high in life in general.
Yeah. I mean, you get to sort of get some of that.
Some of that high, I guess?
I mean, I definitely
get some contact. That's
I
what he's
definitely could if I wanted to, that's for sure. But you know, the first day he smoked and basically hotboxed the room, and I definitely got a contact high. And after that, they banned it because it was seeping out in the arena, and I was training the fighters and everything. And then, you know, that guy's a legend as well. He's impressive, and that was fun. People were getting bent out of shape about him, the stuff he was saying, but I mean, the whole point was to watch fights with Snoop Dogg's perspective of him smoking blunts and watching fights. That's what you're doing.
Is it going to be on again this year?
I hope so. I'm not 100% sure. If you fans want it, you know, speak up. I know that they're going to have a contender series in the summer, and I'm not sure if we're going to have it back. O'Malley. Snoop and O'Malley were kindred spirits.
Next one over here is the last one we have time for, guys. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say welcome to Perth, guys. I love your fucking piggyback jokes, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Have fun, guys.
Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Little man right there gets one more question. Come on.
Make your bum chin work. How do you find it fighting and being always the shortest, and can I have your hat?
To be honest,
that was good. That was good.
Yes, you can have my hat. And to be honest, I didn't even realize I was the shortest. You're the first one to point that out. No, for me, I've always just, felt like it was always an even playing field, and love to compete. And mixed martial arts is a sport for all different shapes and sizes, and I've fought a lot of big guys in my day, not in the octagon, but in the real world, and being short doesn't matter.
Thank you so much. You guys have been fantastic. We gotta
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you. Give a big hand to the fighters. We'll see you at the fights.
You got a sign?